Good morning. The depression bug got me yesterday. Sounds like a millennial Facebook text post. Depression got me yesterday. It's had me this whole week. I felt good on Monday. I always feel good on Monday. And you know what? Maybe that is because I only work 6 hours on Mondays. I'm like beginning to reevaluate my life choices right now. Like I am just feeling so tired and overworked, and that is seen as the norm for a lot of healthcare professionals. And I just don't want to literally leave, if you catch my drift. It did get to that kind of place, and I won't go into it, and I'm safe and I'm okay now. But yeah, man, yesterday I was not well, so probably makes sense that I was incredibly exhausted at the end of the day and just stayed in my bed as soon as I got home. Literally did not leave. My partner has like the flu, we think, and he goes to his parents' house to watch their dog, and he's just been staying over there because he's not really feeling well. And yeah, in the past when he's not feeling very good, we've like pulled out the couch in our living room and made it so that he can stay there. But yeah, I think that he is just focusing on feeling better because he also has to work his literal tail off. Summer is his busy season, so it gets real busy right around these. Come on! Seriously, let me go! Dang it. I do not typically road rage, but when someone is being a wiener, I sure do. Everyone who drives in this freaking state thinks that they're the most important the most important person on the planet. Like, they literally drive like they have the president of the United States in their backseat. Like, you will be okay if you don't get to the red light before everyone else. You will be okay. We're all going to the same place. And I saw a news report recently. It wasn't a news report. It might have been like a newspaper Instagram post, but they were saying that there's going to be an initiative to add speed bumps to high traffic areas in my city to lessen the speeding and reckless driving. And that just sounds like that has to be somebody from out of state who made that decision. I thought that would be a good idea, because that is not gonna work here. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. That is not gonna stop anyone. And imagining the literal fatalities that will occur because the roads are gonna be closed and being worked on even more than they already are to install speed bumps. It's not gonna fly. It will fly. There will be cars flying across lanes of traffic over speed bumps. That I have no doubt in my mind on that one. So yeah, I'm feeling negative. Feeling negative. Was feeling really down yesterday.
In 3.2 miles,
exhausted.
keep right onto I-93 South toward Providence, Rhode Island.
And I was supposed to see my nurse who provides me medication yesterday, and I guess I was looking forward to it, which is a good thing, because in the past with other providers I have absolutely dreaded those appointments. And I think that there's an element of like working through that kind of dread and, you know, doing things that challenge you. But I would feel just like bad at the end of the session. Like I feel like sometimes when I meet with the dietitian, I go in really dreading it because we're going to talk about food, or we're going to eat, or we're going to, you know, I don't know. It's a topic that proves difficult for me. I don't really like it, but by the end, I typically feel like rejuvenated in a way. I have not yet felt that way with a psychiatrist or a psychiatric nurse practitioner until now. And even just talking to her on the phone yesterday, she was so kind to me. Oh my God, she was so kind to me. And not in like an overly sweet, saccharine way, because I don't really so much appreciate that in healthcare spaces. And that's just me, you know, I think that is just people trying to be kind. And yeah, for me, I guess I don't like it when people are like, oh, you poor thing. I got that a couple times, and I got that once when I was in the emergency room in like a really low point of my life. A different time when I was in the emergency room, I got a
toward Providence, Rhode Island.
I got a what's it called? At a different time in my life, I got someone saying that they would much rather be working on a cardiac arrest or something important than be watching me. So, two opposite sides of the spectrum there. I would like it if you just like treated me like a human. Like just neutrality over being overly nice or overly disdainful. I don't know. So that's how I feel like this nurse has been treating me. And I saw her for one session, but it felt really good in a lot of ways. And I feel like I have a hard time with seeking help. Like I just view it as a weakness, but also just something unnecessary. And it's weird because my family never directly said like, oh, it's a weakness to seek medical care, but it was definitely implied. And then now that I think about it, my mom did give me like a psychic healing book one time and told me to heal myself with my mind. She tells me all the time to heal myself with my diet. And yeah, it can just be hard to open up to people and just be honest about how I'm really doing when I'm not doing so hot. Ugh. Man, I'm just at a point where it's like, it's been going on for a really, really long time. And I'm beginning to get sick of it. Like, the way I've been feeling this week is exactly the way that I felt my freshman year of college, my first week of school. And back then, I don't know, I would have moments, like I would have episodes that didn't last as long as they do now, I guess. So I would have an episode and then I would come out of it. But I had an episode as soon as I got to school, and it was just so incredibly painful in so many ways. And yet I didn't go on any type of psychiatric medication until 5 years later. There's also so much stigma with taking psych meds. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's the only class of medication that I feel like there's a narrative of, oh, I want to get off it, and oh, I got off it. Look at me. I'm so proud of myself that I'm no longer on this medication. Like, I guess if I think about a chronic condition, like, I don't know what to liken it to, but if you think about necessary medications, I guess it's like, no one is saying like, oh, I got off my insulin. I'm no longer taking my insulin.
Use the right 2 lanes to keep right.
Because you can do that.
Toward Providence, Rhode Island.
I know people who have done that, you know, just decided not to take their insulin when they're type 1 diabetic and had severe health consequences afterwards. So it's like, I don't know. Why is the goal to get off the medication, and why is there so much shame in taking the medication? When I was describing it to my boyfriend on the phone yesterday,
in 15 miles, take exit 35.
Just trying to help him understand, because he does not have experience with this type of medication. I was just explaining it, and I think that also, for whatever reason, I read about like the process of an SSRI somewhere on the internet the night before, and it's literally just making it so the happy chemicals are absorbed by your body less, so they stay in your brain. Like I feel like he really understood that and clicked with that description, where that's all that it is. It's just the medicine makes it so the happy chemicals are not absorbed and therefore not available, and so that there is more in your head. That's it. Yeah, my problem is that I've been taking one kind of medication for a really long time, and my motivation to start that medication was because I thought it had the least amount of risk when it came to any weight gain. Unfortunately, that has also been a very large aspect of my journey with taking medicines. And this med might have run its course. Which is hard to like face. And just, very hard to go through changes in medication, but I think I'm ready. I haven't not been ready in the past, that's for sure, but I'm ready. And at the end of the day, how do I say this? At the end of the day, I want to survive. I wouldn't necessarily say that I want to live. And that's just the way it is. Like, that is also part of it, naming that and not being ashamed of that, and still working towards survival. I think that living and surviving are very different things. I don't know if I have ever really lived. So I have to figure out a way to survive first. Thanks for listening. I do wish that this topic was discussed more so before a crisis, before a funeral, before a memorial, because these feelings are very easy to hide, which is scary when I think about it in relation to like my loved ones. So yeah, I'm super late to work. I feel like crap, and I'm gonna try. Just survive and rest when I need to. That was freaking hard. It's a giant truck right next to me. Maybe trying to divert my energy